High Commander Rivlox stood before the massive observation window of the Arcturian flagship, his iridescent scales reflecting the blue marble of Earth below. After centuries of watching humanity from afar, first contact was minutes away. The species that had puzzled the mighty Arcturian Empire for generations would finally be properly studied. "Commander," his science officer Thestra approached, her crystalline form pulsing with excitement. "The preliminary scans are complete. You need to see this immediately." The data streaming across his neural interface made Rivlox's inner cores pulse with disbelief. Earth's magnetic field contained properties unlike anything recorded in the known galaxy. The humans, seemingly oblivious to their planet's unique nature, had built civilizations atop the most powerful energy source the Arcturians had ever encountered. "Impossible," Rivlox whispered, his voice resonating through the chamber. "Run the tests again." "Already done, sir. 3 times. Vestra's form flickered anxiously. "The humans have no idea they're living on top of what could be the key to solving our species' entropy crisis." The Arcturian civilization, despite their technological supremacy, faced a devastating problem. Their crystalline forms were slowly deteriorating, a process that would eventually lead to their extinction. They had searched thousands of worlds for a solution, only to find it on this unremarkable planet inhabited by beings who spent their time watching cat videos and arguing about pineapple on pizza. The Council must be informed. Rivlox decided, but hesitated before sending the transmission. The data about Earth's unique properties would spark intense debate among the Arcturian leadership. Some would advocate for immediate conquest, others for subtle manipulation. Few would consider the humans' right to their own world. As if reading his thoughts, Vestra spoke softly. "Sir, the humans' social media indicates they're already speculating about our presence. Their theories range from hostile invasion to peaceful contact. Some are even creating what they call memes about us." Rivlox accessed the human internet, marveling at their species' ability to face potential first contact with both serious scientific discourse and absurd humor. Their adaptability was remarkable, their creativity unprecedented in his experience. The diplomatic team had prepared extensively for this moment, studying human culture and customs. They had even practiced human facial expressions, though the results were admittedly terrifying. But nothing had prepared them for the reality that Earth itself was the greatest prize in the galaxy. "Begin the descent sequence," Rivlox commanded. "We'll proceed with the original diplomatic contact plan. The humans must not suspect our discovery." As the ship entered Earth's atmosphere, Rivlox made a decision that would alter the course of both species. He encoded the scan data with his highest personal encryption and marked it for his private archives. The Council would learn of Earth's properties eventually, but not before he could understand more about these humans who had unknowingly survived on the most powerful planet in known space. The landing site, a carefully chosen location outside New Geneva, came into view. Human authorities had cleared the area, but countless civilians gathered at the perimeter, their excitement palpable even from the ship's altitude. Their primitive devices broadcast the moment to billions worldwide. "Sir," Thestra interrupted his thoughts, "I've detected something unusual in the human broadcasts. They're not just recording our arrival. They're celebrating it. Multiple human cultures are already creating art, music, and literature about this moment. They're treating this as the beginning of something wonderful." Rivlox felt his crystals resonate with an unfamiliar emotion. These humans, despite their technological inferiority, despite having no idea of their world's true value, were approaching this moment with hope and creativity rather than fear or aggression. As the ship touched down and the diplomatic ramp extended, Rivalox made a second decision. The standard first contact protocols would be observed, but he would also initiate a deeper investigation. He needed to understand how this species had developed such resilience and optimism while living atop the most powerful energy source in the galaxy. What he couldn't know was that this decision would set in motion events that would challenge everything the Arcturians believed about power, progress, and the true meaning of civilization. The ramp touched Earth's soil, and humanity held its breath. The Arcturian Council chamber erupted in chaos when Rivalox's preliminary report arrived. The 12 crystalline elders pulsed with such intense energy that the chamber's stabilization fields struggled to contain their reactions. A Class 5 quantum resonance field, Elder Zix's form flickered violently. Surrounding the entire planet, impossible. Supreme Elder Naxos raised a crystalline appendage, silencing the chamber. High Commander Rivalox's data is verified. The humans have built their civilization on what could be our salvation. The question before us is not the validity of this discovery, but how we proceed. The answer is obvious, Elder Kron interjected, his harsh angles reflecting aggressive intent. We take what we need. The humans are primitive. Their military capabilities are negligible compared to ours. Private Research Director Ava Jackson, watching the exchange through a hidden feed in her underground lab, felt her heart race. The Arcturians didn't know about her quantum resonance detector or her ability to intercept their supposedly secure transmissions. They certainly didn't know that she understood their true language, having decoded it months before official first contact. The human's technological status is irrelevant. A softer voice came through her feed. Elder Vira, known for her moderate views. Their adaptability and resilience suggest untapped potential. Direct conflict would be unwise. Ava's fingers flew across her holographic interface, cataloging every word. Her team had suspected the Arcturians' arrival wasn't purely diplomatic, but this confirmation chilled her. Humanity was sitting on something they desperately wanted, and at least some of their leadership was willing to take it by force. Back in the council chamber, Supreme Elder Naxos called for order. We will proceed with Phase 2. Continue the diplomatic mission while our specialists analyze the resonance field. If we can harvest its energy without destroying the planet, that would be optimal. And if we can't, Elder Kron challenged. The silence that followed was answer enough. Ava closed the feed, her mind racing. The public face of the Arcturian mission showed them sharing medical advances, clean energy technology, and cultural exchange. Meanwhile, their true goal could mean Earth's destruction. Our quantum lab, hidden beneath the Nevada desert, housed technology the Arcturians believed impossible for humans to develop. Her team had reversed engineered principles from the Earth's natural resonance field, creating devices that could potentially match Arcturian capabilities. But they needed more time. A soft chime interrupted her thoughts. Her secondary scanner had detected an Arcturian ship entering Earth's atmosphere, heading straight for her region. This wasn't a scheduled diplomatic flight. Director Jackson, her AI assistant's voice was urgent. The approaching vessel's energy signature matches known Arcturian research craft. They appear to be conducting detailed scans of the resonance field. Ava made a quick decision. Initiate Protocol Omega. Full spectrum camouflage. The lab's quantum shielding activated, making it virtually undetectable. She designed it based on the planet's natural resonance patterns, a technique the Arcturians hadn't considered possible. As her team worked silently below ground, the Arcturian research vessel passed overhead. Inside, senior researcher Calix, observed the readings with growing excitement. The resonance field was even more powerful than initial scans suggested. Its energy could sustain their civilization for millennia. But something troubled him. Subtle variations in the field suggested manipulation. Impossible, given human technology levels. Unless... Pilot, he called out, adjust course for another pass. There's something unusual about this sector. Ava watched the ship's movements on her monitors, heart pounding. The next few moments would determine whether humanity's secret advantages remained hidden, or if the Arcturians would discover just how far Earth's defenders had come in understanding their world's unique properties. In orbit, High Commander Rivelox received Calix's preliminary report with growing unease. His private investigation of humanity had revealed a species far more capable than their apparent technology suggested. Their ability to adapt, to find creative solutions to seemingly impossible problems, was unlike anything in Arcturian experience. If they had begun to harness the resonance field's power, the Council's plans might need serious reconsideration. The question was, would he reveal this suspicion to his superiors, or continue his own investigation? As night fell over the Nevada desert, 3 species prepared for decisions that would reshape the galaxy: the humans, who knew more than they revealed; the Arcturians, divided between conquest and cooperation; and Earth itself, whose power was only beginning to be understood. The resonance field pulsed quietly beneath them all, its true nature still a mystery to both civilizations racing to control it. The Hidden Lab's quantum shields flared as another scan swept the area. Ava watched the Arcturian ship circle overhead, her team working silently at their stations. The detection masking algorithms were holding, but barely. Director Jackson, her AI assistant, whispered, "They're using a new scanning frequency, one we haven't seen before." Inside the Arcturian vessel, Calix's crystalline form pulsed with frustration. The anomalies in the resonance field couldn't be natural, but his scans revealed nothing but empty desert. He was missing something crucial. A private communication channel opened in his neural interface. High Commander Rivelox's signal pattern appeared, encrypted at the highest level. "Senior researcher, your persistent scanning of that region has drawn attention. The Council is asking questions." "Commander, these readings suggest human technological capabilities far beyond their reported level. If they'd learned to manipulate the resonance field." "I know." Rivelox's interruption carried unexpected emotion. "That's precisely why I contacted you directly. Tell no one else what you found. Return to orbit immediately." Calix hesitated. "Sir, with respect, if the humans can harness the field's power, the Council's extraction plans could trigger a catastrophic reaction." Below ground, Ava's quantum computers decoded their exchange in real time. Her suspicions about Rivelox were correct. He wasn't fully aligned with the Council's aggressive faction. Making a decision that could alter both species' fate, she reached for her emergency transmitter. The device, built using principles derived from Earth's resonance field, could communicate directly with Arcturian neural networks. "Senior researcher Calix," she broadcast, "your concerns about field manipulation are correct. Perhaps it's time for a direct conversation." The Arcturian ship's sensors exploded with data as Eva gradually lowered her lab's shields, revealing a facility that shouldn't have been possible with human technology. Calix's crystalline structure vibrated with shock. "Commander, are you receiving this?" "Yes," Rivelox replied, his tone measured. "Director Jackson, I presume you can hear us as well." "Indeed, Commander." Eva smiled despite her nervousness. "I believe it's time we discussed the real properties of Earth's resonance field, and why your Council's extraction plans would doom both our species. The lab's main display showed Calix's ship landing beside the facility's hidden entrance. Simultaneously, Rivelox's flagship changed course, heading toward their location at maximum speed. You understand, Rivelox transmitted, that by revealing your capabilities, you've placed yourself in extreme danger. The Council. The Council isn't the only power in play anymore, Ava interrupted, activating her lab's defensive systems. The surrounding desert shimmed as previously invisible quantum arrays came online. We've been preparing for this moment since we first detected your approach vectors 3 years ago. Calix emerged from his ship, his crystalline form refracting the morning sunlight. The sight of human technology seamlessly integrated with quantum field manipulation made his scientific cores pulse with excitement and fear. How? He asked simply as Eva met him at the entrance. Because we're not just living on top of the resonance field, she explained. We're part of it. Humanity evolved in synchronization with Earth's quantum properties. It's why we can imagine possibilities that your species finds impossible. The field doesn't just provide energy, it enhances consciousness itself. Rivelox's ship appeared on the horizon as Eva led Calix into her facility. The next few hours would determine whether their species would work together to understand Earth's true nature, or if the Council's fears would drive them toward mutual destruction. The resonance field pulsed stronger than ever, responding to the convergence of minds that might finally understand its purpose. It had waited eons for this moment, for beings capable of comprehending that its power wasn't meant to be extracted, but to be shared. The question was, would they learn this lesson in time? High Commander Rivelox stood in Ava's quantum lab, his crystalline form reflecting the pulsing displays of data streams. Around them, human and Arcturian scientists worked together, sharing discoveries that challenged both species' understanding of the universe. The Council has called an emergency session, he announced. They've detected our collaborative activities. We have hours at most before they act. Eva's hands danced across holographic interfaces, compiling their research. Then they need to see this immediately. She projected a complex quantum simulation showing how Earth's resonance field interacted with conscious beings. The field isn't just an energy source, it's a catalyst for evolution itself. Calix, who had spent the last several hours analyzing human brain patterns, added, the human capacity for imagination, for seeing possibilities beyond logical constraints, it's not random. The field enhances neural quantum coherence, creating thought patterns that shouldn't be possible. And trying to extract the field's energy would collapse these effects across the galaxy, Eva concluded, including the quantum matrices that form Arcturian consciousness. The implications hit Rivelox like a physical blow. The Council's plan wouldn't just destroy Earth, it would eventually doom their own species, destroying the very thing that made consciousness possible throughout space. We need to present this to the Council, he decided, but they won't accept human data alone. They won't have to. Ava activated her lab's main quantum array. We've figured out how to temporarily share human consciousness with Arcturian neural networks. Your people can experience our connection to the field directly. Calix's form flickered with alarm. The mental merge protocols are untested. The risk is necessary, Eva interrupted. Your council needs to understand that humanity's seeming chaos, our creativity, our ability to defy logical constraints, it's not a weakness. It's the key to both our species' survival. Rivelox made his decision. Prepare the merge. I'll submit myself first. The lab's quantum fields hummed as Eva connected her consciousness to Rivelox's neural network. The moment their minds touched, everything changed. Riverlox experienced human consciousness directly, the swirling chaos of emotions, the leaps of intuition that defied logic, the ability to imagine impossible futures, and then make them real. He felt how the resonance field enhanced these qualities, creating a species that could see beyond the boundaries of conventional physics. Simultaneously, Ava understood the Arcturian perspective, the crystalline clarity of pure logic, the deep appreciation for order, and the profound fear of entropy that drove their actions. She saw how their rigid thinking had blinded them to the field's true nature. As their merged consciousness expanded through the quantum network, they glimpsed something even more profound. The resonance field wasn't unique to Earth. Similar patterns existed throughout the galaxy, waiting to be awakened. Earth was just the first nexus point to evolve beings capable of accessing it. The council chamber erupted in chaos as Riverlox broadcasted these experiences through the Arcturian neural network. The evidence was undeniable. Their entire understanding of consciousness, evolution, and the universe itself needed to be reconsidered. But Elder Kron and his militant faction wouldn't accept this revelation without a fight. As emergency alarms blared through the quantum network, Ava and Riverlox realized the final confrontation was about to begin. The resonance field pulsed stronger than ever, responding to the first true merge of human and Arcturian consciousness. The next few moments would determine whether this union would spread understanding throughout the galaxy, or whether fear would drive two species to mutual destruction. The choice between evolution and extinction hung in the quantum balance. Elder Kron's warships dropped out of quantum space above Earth, their weapons primed. "This ends now," his transmission blazed through the neural network. "The field will be harvested. The human contamination will be contained." In Ava's lab, displays showed multiple Arcturian vessels taking aggressive positions. But she smiled, catching Riverlox's eye. "They still don't understand what they're dealing with, do they?" The resonance field had changed since their consciousness merge, responding to the combined potential of human creativity and Arcturian precision. Across Earth, quantum arrays that had laid dormant for millennia began awakening. "Last chance, Kron," Riverlox broadcasted. "Experience the merge. Understand what we've discovered." "Enough." Kron's ships opened fire, their energy weapons targeting the lab. The beams never reached their target. The resonance field itself intercepted them, transforming their destructive energy into spectacular auroras that danced across the sky. Every human on Earth felt a subtle shift in consciousness as the field's power fully activated. Ava's quantum computers displayed an astonishing sight. Similar fields were awakening on worlds throughout the galaxy. Earth wasn't unique. It was simply the first to evolve beings capable of activating the network. "The universe itself is conscious," Calix whispered, his scientific cores pulsing with wonder. "The resonance fields are its neural network, and we've finally learned to access it." In orbit, Kron's crystalline form vibrated with rage and fear as his weapons proved useless. The merged consciousness of Ava and Riverlox reached out through the quantum network, offering one final chance for understanding. The universe held its breath as Kron made his choice. His ship's weapons powered down. "Show me," he transmitted. "Show me what you've discovered." The consciousness merge expanded, encompassing not just Kron, but his entire fleet. They experienced firsthand how human chaos and Arcturian order could combine to create something greater than either species could achieve alone. The resonance field's true purpose became clear. It wasn't meant to be harvested, but to be awakened, connecting conscious beings across the cosmos in a network of shared evolution. 1 year later, the first joint Human Arcturian Academy opened its doors. students from both species learned to merge consciousness, accessing the quantum network that spanned the galaxy. The Arcturians' fear of entropy faded as they discovered how human creativity could help them adapt and evolve. Humanity's chaotic potential found focus through Arcturian precision. Ava stood with Rivlox and Calix, watching the new students arrive. Their merged consciousness project had spread, transforming both civilizations. The Council had been reformed, now dedicated to awakening resonance fields throughout the galaxy and connecting with new species ready to join the network. "We almost destroyed this," Rivlox mused, his crystalline form refracting the sunlight. "We almost let fear blind us to the greatest discovery in the history of both our species." "That's the thing about humans," Ava smiled. "We specialize in seeing possibilities where others see problems. And now, with our species working together, those possibilities are infinite." Above them, the resonance field pulsed with renewed strength, ready to guide the next phase of cosmic evolution. The universe's consciousness network was finally awakening, one world at a time, proving that the true power of any species lies not in domination, but in the ability to grow, adapt, and evolve together. The greatest power in the universe, it turned out, wasn't the ability to control energy or bend space. It was the capacity to imagine a better future, and the wisdom to achieve it through cooperation rather than conquest. And that was just the beginning.